Hey guys, Tim Drett, and we're back for another video. Today we're going to be showing you how to install a starter on your 1989 Toyota Corolla Coupe GTS. Now if you are just tuning in, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more A92 or Toyota content. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. So we have the 4AGE, and so the starter is in an inconvenient location behind the header. So it kind of sucks. But nothing impossible. So we have two 14mm bolts in the top, at the bottom, and then we have the starter ground and power cable going to the starter. Also, don't be stupid like me and disconnect your battery in general. You don't want any sparks flying when you are removing the starter, so definitely disconnect your battery, guys. So all we're going to do is remove the two 14mm bolts. It'll loosen up the starter, so we could actually feed it through over here and disconnect the wires over here, because it's a lot trickier to do it over there. So we're gonna go ahead, disconnect those 14 mils and get it going. All right guys, so now that we got those two 14mm bolts loose, there's a heat shield plate over it. It's a 10mm right here, connects about in the middle of the starter. Once you get that bolt off, what you're going to do is you're gonna kind of pull it towards you and then slide it out that way, because that's the best way out of clearance. It'll just help you get more clearance of getting that starter out without doing too much. So now that we got this out, I'm gonna go ahead and actually loosen and remove the oil filter, so we could basically just push it out and then bring it back this way. So let's go ahead and do that. All right guys, so now that we got those two 14mm bolts out, put them over here, and what I did is I took off the heat shield to the starter, the 10mm bolt. I took it off and then slid it that way. That's one of the ways that has clearance to come out. It'll give you more clearance, so you could pull the starter a lot easier. So now that I took that out, I disconnected the oil filter as well, so I have more room to kind of push it this way and then bring it out that way. So disconnected the oil filter, and then lastly disconnected this cooling fan. So for 4 10mm bolts, 10mm bolts here, here, and 2 at the bottom. So you do that, and you could either disconnect it or just lift it up right to here about. That'll give you enough clearance to basically slide this baby out like this, and there you go. So now you could access this ground bolt, and then you could flip it and access the other bolts and the cable. So that's how you pretty much disconnect that so you could get the starter out of here. All right guys, so we got the starter of where it was sitting. So now all we got to disconnect is this ground cable and the power cable. There's a 12mm bolt, and then this is just a clip that we're going to push in and pull. All right, got that 12mm bolt out. And then you're just gonna push this clip in and pull it towards you, and that's it. That's how you disconnect a starter off of the 4AGE. So now we're just gonna reverse the steps and put the other one in. So let's go ahead and do that. All right guys, so we're just gonna reinstall everything now. Gotta make sure you wanna clean off the contact points. All right, let's go ahead and install it. The 12mm bolt, nut. Then I'll put this, and there we go. All right guys, and that's pretty much it when it comes to installing or removing a starter on the A92 GTS. Now all you got to do, reconnect everything, slide her back in, reconnect what you disconnected, and that's pretty much straightforward from there. I hope this helped you guys out. If you do want to see more A92 or Toyota content, be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.